So let me just start out. Anthony Brown, is going to be out for the year with a lower leg injury. He'll be having surgery, if not today, certainly the beginning part of this week. And we're very, very sad for Anthony. He worked so hard, to get himself where he was. I mean, he's the 7th all-time passing leader here in BC history, heading towards greater things this year. I mean, he's had a great career, and he's prepared and practiced and put so much into it. And we're so proud of him. And it's a tough deal, but he's a tough guy, and he'll bounce back. And we're going to love him and support him and get him back to where he was. But his season has come to an end. Getting ready for this week, welcoming homecoming here, and excited to get back home and homecoming and play NC State. We've had a good bye week. We've had a chance in the bye week, defense and on offense, to be able to really work with and get a look at some more young players that we're trying to get them extra reps and have an opportunity to potentially get them on the field in certain positions. So that's been really good. The attitude, the mentality, and the juice of our team has been outstanding. Thought we had just a really great practice today. I was really ecstatic coming off the field, and kids are jacked up, pumped up to get back at it. And I think the bye week was a good refresher mentally and physically, and gave them a great focus to concentrate a little bit on their classroom work and get ahead there. So I thought that paid off. We're playing an NC State team that is number 1 in the conference on defense in terms of rushing defense. Really, really stout up front, really physical, really tough to run the ball on them. I think they've got some really athletic guys in the back end, and really impressed by their linebackers, very physical linebackers that run downhill, make a lot of plays. I think they're outstanding on defense, and, obviously their stats show you that. So they've done a great job there. Offensively, they got a big offensive line. They come rolling off the ball. Very impressed with them. And you can see their quarterback, really coming on. First start against Syracuse, did a great job. Jordan Houston, a running back, good player. Angeline, the tight end, good player. I love their receiver. Really outstanding. So they're a talented team, and they're going to come in here confident. And we are a talented team, and we're going to come in here confident. So we're looking forward to getting going, man. We've been in some wars, and we're looking forward to continue to grow and develop, and continue to improve in the areas that we need to improve. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I can't really get into all that. That's between he and his family and his doctors. But I think he met with the docs, got all the testing, and it was very clear cut what needed to be done, and that's what's happening. Yep. Yep. Great. I mean, he really handled it very well. I mean, as well as you can, right? I mean, I don't say great like, oh, gee, this is a day at the beach. But, I mean, he handled it remarkably well. Hey, this is football. You're going to have to deal with the ups and downs when it comes to a lot of things, especially the injury brigade. And, he had an injury a couple of years ago. He came back from it. He's got another injury. He's going to have to come back from it. It's not career ending. It's just going to have to come back. It's just the way it is. Yes. Yeah, well, you saw that last week. Dennis played a great second half of football and really did a great job. Dennis will be in that role. Matt Vallecchio also is working with the first offense, but Dennis will take the start, and we'll go out there and lead us.
When your quarterback goes down like that in game,
yep.
Is it a nod back, or does the backup have to just jump in and get going right away when he sees it, or is it something where someone has to nod over to him and say, "We need you to get ready to go"?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Like when you see Anthony down on the turf, does Dennis just get ready right away?
Oh, I got you. Yes. When we're out there right away, we're getting Dennis. I mean, whoever the backup quarterback is, it was Dennis, go ahead and start getting some snaps and get the center over there and give him a couple snaps while you're attending to the quarterback, because he's no matter what, he's coming out. You don't know if it's severe or not severe, but he's coming out. So the protocol is right away to get the next guy up and get a snap or two, so he doesn't go into the game without taking a snap or two.
Is there something that as he's going in that you say to him, just to, whether it's a particular player, just
Nope.
start rolling?
Roll. Yeah, part of the game. Just get going. Get ready to. We do it in practice every day.
Were you able to put more on his plate having the bye week and giving him a little extra practice time?
I mean, he's taking more work, more reps, right? Because the starting guy gets, 80% of the reps. But we're running what we run. Yeah, I mean, we're rocking and rolling. I mean, you saw him in full live colors second half of the game. He played, I thought, really well. Great leadership skills, threw the ball well. We had a few drops on him, and ran the ball well, made good decisions, had great leadership. I mean, thought he did a great job. Is that right? Yeah. Well, here's what happens, right? Year one, we had one quarterback the whole year. Year two, we had one quarterback the whole year, right? Year three, Darius Way went down with a broken ankle, and John Hillman went out with, was it a broken ankle? I can't remember for right now.
Northern Illinois, I remember.
Yeah, so, I mean, we lost our starting tailback, our starting quarterback in that year, and, we had to go into the rotational quarterback brigade. And, that's what happens, when you come into a program and, you've got to turn that program around. And year three, that was, we were starting the process with a young quarterback, and we lost him for the season. We lost him for the season because we had a very young offensive line, and, one of the greatest offensive linemen ever come through here. And, he was just a little freshman at 265, 70 pounds, got thrown around by one of them big Florida State D linemen, and went and jumped on Darius and broke his ankle. And, so that happened that year. And then the following year, Anthony was having a great year, and he hurt himself going in for a touchdown against North Carolina State. We were off and running that year. Quite honestly, I'm proud of the fact that having to weather all those things, and, that one year we had a non-bowl eligible team, and we had no lineman, no quarterback, no running back, but every other year we have weathered all of those injuries and continue to move this program forward, which I think is something that we can all be proud of. I can't control injuries. There's not much I can do about that. Just like this year, I can't control that. That's it. And you know what? It's football, man. You roll, and that's that's exactly what we've done. And the better recruited you are, the more developed your program is, the more you can absorb that. They've adjusted great. You can judge it by the second half of that game. We put 39 points, or whatever we put up against Louisville at that point after Anthony got hurt. But, you can go down through, I have them all here, but the amount of categories were either 1, 2, 3, or 4 in our conference in offense is incredible. And where we are ranked nationally, we're firing at a very high level offensively right now. And my expectation is we're going to maintain that. We'll see. I'm not trying to downplay the loss of your quarterback, okay? We all know how important the quarterback is to everything at every level of football for every team. But we've got a really good offense, and we expect to go out and perform at a high level.
You mentioned in the bye week getting the young guys reps and
Yep.
refreshing. Well, was that just treating it like almost like a preseason week with them?
No.
What did you do with that?
No, we game plan North Carolina State and started to get some young guys, especially on defense, that we wanted to get a look at, that we think are talented guys. That it's hard to get them on the field, but we want to start to try to. And so I think the bye week helped us with that. But no, we didn't go back to spring football mentality. We game planned and had 3 really good NC State days last week. That's what I thought was right for this team. But we did have a chance to look at, a bunch of guys and get them some reps, and we're continuing to do that this week. We have some very talented young players on defense, and we want to continue to grow and develop those players. We are building our defense. It's very evident right now. We replaced 8 starters, and we're young or inexperienced. And so what we're doing right now, I mean, we're firing at a very high level offensively. We're very strong and solid in our special teams, and we're very inexperienced on defense. And we're going to grow that defense and mature that defense and play some of the younger players because I like the future there with the talent level that we have. But, you know, what you're trying to do is introduce more freshmen into an already inexperienced young defense can lead to some problems. But I think that that's what we want to do. I guess there must have been another school record. Louisville put 62 up last week, didn't they? Yeah. How do we what? I mean, we're the same place we've been. If you watch our defense right now, we're a little bit of a roller coaster ride, okay? And what we have to learn to do is handle adversity a little bit. We make a lot of mistakes right now, and we have to learn how to, you know, grow up and handle that. And you know, it's not like, oh, this guy's getting blocked into here and, oh, we're getting mauled or no. What it is we have a lot of mistakes being made. We've got some coverages being blown. And, you know, I thought we did a good job of starting to tap that back down the couple weeks before that. And then it showed up a little bit again. You know, and, you know, we lost essentially our whole secondary, you know. And, you know, the Hamp deal hurt us, and then the McDuffie deal hurt us too, right? So, I mean, on top of everybody we lost, we also lost those two guys that really should have been functioning within the framework. So, what we have to do is, the thing is what we're doing right now is developing some good younger players, though. It's not like, oh, wait, there's no talent. No, there's talent. We got to mature it, and we got to develop it. And I mean, some of the teams we're playing are explosive. I mean, Louisville's got some really good athletes, really fine athletes in space. You just saw that. I mean, I don't know. I forgot what they put up against Florida State, but you just saw this. I mean, you saw the 19th team in the country got 62 put on them. Okay, so I mean, like, I'm just saying that's an explosive team. So, you know, right now we've got to smooth that out, make less mistakes. Okay. And smooth that out and continue to develop on that side of the ball. And clearly that's where, you know, our focus is right now to do that. But the attitude, the mentality, how hard they practice, what they're putting into it, phenomenal.
NC State's defense, they've always had, you mentioned the linebackers, they've always had, seemed like Big Chubb was there, and
yeah.
they've had explosive linebackers. Is it anything they do in particular in their system to free those guys up that you have to be aware of, or like what is it that they do?
They have big, strong, thick, powerful defensive linemen. They're hard to move. That usually is what equates to stopping the run. That's what they have, 320-pounders, and they're good. And I think they've got an outstanding set of linebackers that run to the ball really well. So, no, they've recruited. They've got a very good defensive line, you know. And you know, not that you asked me this, but I think we have an outstanding young defensive line right now. They're just young, you know. They're just pups. But I mean, I love Keon Bennerman and T.J. Ram and Ireland Burke and Ryan Beatro, and we've got some, you know, but we just gotta get some whiskers on them and thicken them up a little bit more and get them ready to roll. But we're going to have a very stout interior front here as we move forward as well.
With a game like this against NC State and how good they are too on the offensive line, do these guys get a little fired up for the fact it's going to be a physical day, physical, hard hitting?
It's a physical day every day around this joint. We just got off the practice field. We got a big physical offensive line, and we run the ball pretty good. You know, I think it's one in the conference, so it's like that every day, honestly, which is a good thing. So to answer your question, you know, we have a lot of youth over there, but every day they got to get up against it. It's not like they're not seeing that level of, you know, and today was a good day. Today was a good day. We did a good job on defense today, and I thought they had a hell of a day today. So we got to just build on that. You know, like I said, it's the inconsistency there that we got to continue. But that goes part and parcel with, you know, inexperienced youth.
And even more imperative to get AJ and Bailey mixing it up as opposed to one of them taking most of the pounding. If those guys are as bad as you say, I mean, how tough is the?
I mean, we do. Yeah, I mean, we mix them up pretty good right now. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know what? We're going to do. You know, like right now, we're, on the season, we're 225 runs for 65% and 117 passes for almost 35%. We've got a decent mix for us right now. When you talk about the quality of the backs that we have, that's a pretty good mix. So I think we got a good plan here, on how we're going to attack the defense. And, I've got a lot of respect for NC State, Dave Dorn. I like Dave Dorn a lot. I think he's done a heck of a job there, and I think, he and I probably look at some of these things very similarly in terms of, the ability to have a strong run game and to have a physical team. I think these are two teams that are going to, we certainly, pretty good matchup game, here, it's a good matchup game. I mean, but wasn't last week a good matchup game? And I'd say the week before was a good matchup game. Those are good games, good matchup games, man. Those are, I mean, aside from not winning it, and you're the coach and you're coming off and those emotionally, but if you're just a fan watching those games, I think you've seen a couple of really good football games out here with a lot of offense, a lot of explosives, and enough to keep you excited and in your seat, and I don't expect that'll change.
Two more guys. Is there anything that you kind of look at with their receivers being young too, and knowing that you?
That's me. Sorry about that. I never have that. I'm always on silent.
You're fine.
Yeah, maybe I should throw my phone over there.
The receivers being young, you having young defensive backs too. Is this one of those games where maybe you can catch them in making some of the same youthful type of things?
I hope so. Who knows? I don't know.
That's fair.
I mean, listen, every football game is different. I just think our focus right now is on us. Our focus is, on taking a look at what we're doing, trying to put our guys in the best positions to give them the most confidence to play the most consistently, and hope that everything you put into that practice will show up on that Saturday on that field. And that's obviously what you're always in a race for. I feel like, on offense, I probably know a little bit more where, I can tell the level of consistency because of the older guys that we have in place. But, of course, we're taking on a new week with a new guy at the helm. Just in case it wasn't spicy enough, we're going to do that. But it's fun and it's exciting, and I can't wait. Because our team competes so hard that I know it'll be an exciting, competitive day out there on Saturday, and hope to have another point than they do on the scoreboard when the whistle blows in the end, and get in the locker room and sing the fight song. So that's the goal. All right, guys. Thank you.